Well, Regina, I am saddened that many other critical services have been opened up to 100% foreign ownership. When our Senate President pro tempore, Sen Ralph, actually proposed an amendment to the amendment by saying that we could have limited foreign ownership to at least 70%, so as to maintain a Philippine interest in those enterprises para alam natin what's going on inside those critical facilities. And Regina, specifically also, I voted no because our telecoms industry is now being opened up to 100% foreign ownership at a time that currently unfriendly states and even rogue non-state actors have the track record already and the capacity to engage in cyber warfare, something for which we are not yet capable. We don't have the policy for cyber defense. We don't have a program yet. At yan ay inamin sa amin sa Senado, Regina, mismo ni National Security Advisor Esperon in a hearing at the Senate almost exactly a year ago. Of course, since the end of martial law in 1986, trade and investment liberalization has proceeded apace here in the Philippines, and there has been progress made on that front. However, ang ebidensya pa rin ay hindi naman tayo nagkaroon through liberalization ng anumang klaseng golden age or Philippine economic miracle. We haven't evolved to become one of the Asian tigers like Japan, Taiwan, South Korea, or even Hong Kong.
Senator, what was the reaction and bakit may pushback when you proposed, or rather when Sen Ralph proposed 70%? What was the reasoning? Was it not enough now?
Well, yun na nga yung nakapagtataka pa rin, Regina, because 70%, though it's not 100%, it is still above, way above. In fact, it's midway between the current maximum of 40% and the 100% that the bill is allowing. At ang maganda sana sa isang amyenda tulad ng 70% is it would have preserved one-third still to Philippine ownership and oversight, especially in those critical industries. But now, because we have opened up certain critical industries, including telecoms, for me, especially telecoms, to 100% foreign ownership, then we are, I'm afraid, letting our guard down in terms of threats to our national security. Of course, I was able to get one proposed amendment accepted by the good sponsor, and this is on service resiliency and contestability. I have to say also, Regina, that I do support the objective of inviting more foreign investors into the Philippines para magpasok sila ng kapital, para mag-facilitate sila ng technology transfer sa atin. And I certainly accept the principle that Congress has the power and we exercise the power to determine kung alin sa mga industriya ay dito ay public utilities at alin ang hindi. And in this respect, Regina, I continue to commend our good sponsor and my colleagues for upholding, reserving to predominantly Philippine interests. Our common carriers, yung ating mga bus, taxi, jeepney, yung mga ating mga seaports at airports, right? To mainly Filipino ownership and to companies whose foreign ownership is limited to 40%. I just wish na we had maintained that same standard in other critical industries, lalo na sa telecoms.
You said you were worried about rogue actors and non-state players. Do you have anyone specifically in mind, or any country, or
Certainly,
any company,
yes.
or?
Well, certainly during the whole committee hearings and the plenary interpellations and debates, China's shadow loomed large in my mind because she's already bullying us in the West Philippine Sea. Nagkakaroon siya ng access sa iba't ibang sektor ng ating ekonomiya at lipunan. Dito na nga sa telecoms, also in our election logistics, further afield, but even more critically in terms of our energy assets in the West Philippine Sea. Tapos ngayon, parang mabibigyan pa ng cover of law yung presence nga niya sa ating telecoms industry. And we know that she has a track record and the capacity for cyber warfare, not just vis-a-vis the Philippines, pero iba pang mga bansa, which is why executives and legislatures in those other countries have stepped in to limit foreign, including Chinese influence in their own critical industry. Sayang that we didn't sustain or mount a parallel effort. And besides her and other countries, yun na nga, mga rogue non-state actors. And imagine, mismong si Sec Esperon ay nagsabing, we don't have a program yet, let alone a policy of cyber
Mhm.
defense to uphold our national security.
Let's say theoretically, let's
Mhm.
if they were to take out telco from the
Mhm.
bill, would you then be okay with it? Or
You
because
know,
your primary concern is national security, right?
through
If
the
we were to take out
telecoms,
the ESC
yes.
telco.
Yes, actually, Regina, now that you asked me about it, that was my bottom line all throughout the hearings and the plenary debates. Kung sana patuloy natin pinoproteksyonan yung ating telecoms industry by maintaining the 60-40 constitutional rule, I could have voted for the bill. It's just that in that most critical aspect, I feel, as I mentioned earlier, we let our guard down. And this is not the time to do that. Given the current state of our foreign relations with China and our own incapacity as of yet to mount a cyber defense against such potential and already in the past attacks.